Christopher Hadnagy, Social Engineering, The Art of Human Hacking. In the book, Social Engineering, The Art of Human Hacking, author Christopher Hadnagy delves into the fascinating world of social engineering, which exploits human psychology in order to deceive and manipulate people's actions. Throughout this summary, we will explore various techniques used by professional con artists, salespeople, and security auditors to influence their targets through written and spoken language, body language, and subtle suggestions. We'll also discuss the importance of profiling targets, using pretexts, establishing a rapport, and leveraging neurolinguistic programming. As Hadnagy demonstrates, understanding these social engineering tactics is crucial for personal and professional security, especially given the increasing reliance on digital technology in our daily lives.
Tricky tactics, the art of social engineering. Social engineering involves the use of psychological tricks to manipulate people into taking certain actions. While governments, salespeople, and law enforcement are adept at using these tactics, even children use them to influence their parents. However, scammers and con artists also use social engineering to harm their victims. By disguising themselves or creating convincing stories, they can gain access to sensitive systems and compromise security. Security auditors perform fake social engineering attacks, called penteists, to help clients improve their security and protect against real threats. To protect ourselves, it's crucial to understand how these tactics work and stay aware of potential manipulations. Know your target. Discover how gathering comprehensive information about your intended target can increase the effectiveness of your plan. To execute successful attacks, whether for security auditing or criminal social engineering, you must know your target. Understanding your target allows you to influence them effectively and ultimately create an efficient plan. The first step towards achieving this goal is to create a profile of your target, gathering as much information as possible. Luckily, exploring the internet can help you track people's email addresses, phone numbers, IP addresses, and others. Even minor details can prove valuable. For instance, the book shares a case where the author's mentor was hired to do a penteist for a particular company. By exploring a stamp collector's forum, he discovered that one of the company's officials used his company email. The mentor created a website with a stamp-related address where he inserted a program to access the target's computer and asked the official if he was interested in buying his deceased grandfather's collection. The official accepted and, as a result, unknowingly fell for the trap. To gain more knowledge about your target, it's beneficial to follow them and observe their daily routine. Do they frequent specific places? Do they smoke? If your target is a company, how do employees enter the building? Are there security cameras? Lastly, combing through your target's trash can help you collect important information such as CDs, letters, and invoices. However, caution must take precedence, and discarding the bag somewhere else other than the target's property can help forestall being caught. In conclusion, knowing your target's vital data can lead you to formulating and executing successful plans. The art of creating a pretext. Creating a solid pretext starts with gathering good information about your target. Use common interests, accents, and dialects to build a convincing identity that feels natural and logical. Imagine you're a detective about to go undercover. Would you use your real name, address, and backstory? Of course not. You'd create a pretext, a scenario that makes your target feel comfortable doing something they normally wouldn't. But creating a solid pretext requires a lot of information about your target. The better the information, the more convincing your pretext will be. For example, let's say your target is a CEO who donates to a charity regularly. You could pretend to be a salesperson offering to donate a percentage of a purchase to the CEO's preferred charity as a way to meet with them. The charity mention improves your chances because CEOs won't see just anybody. It's important to draw inspiration from your target's interests while crafting your identity to inspire their trust in you. A common interest you both share is an easy way to build trust. If that's not possible, you can mold your identity to match your real expertise level in your shared interest. Accent and dialect are other effective ways to connect with people. It's easy to learn them with a keen ear and some good instructional audio tapes. Some accents can even make you instantly likable depending on your environment. In a training class offered by a sales organization, the author learned that 70% of Americans prefer listening to someone with a British accent. But no matter what, your pretext and identity should appear logical and natural. Always keep that in mind while creating your backstory. Mastering elicitation. Learn to build rapport with strangers and influence them using elicitation. Social engineers have long known that people want to be liked. This simple truth is the basis of all social interaction. Psychologists have found that building rapport with someone immediately requires making the conversation all about them, matching body language and appearance. Once rapport is established, people are more likely to respond positively. Using elicitation, the art of uncovering information without arousing suspicion, social engineers manipulate people into complying with their requests in a way that feels logical to them. By appearing concerned, talking about their kids, or taking time to show interest, elicitors coax people into providing secret information or installing malware. By mastering the art of social engineering and applying it gently, people can get what they want in any circumstance. Decoding microexpressions. Our faces involuntarily reveal our emotions through microexpressions that are universal despite cultural background. 7 universal emotions have their own microexpressions: anger, disgust, contempt, fear, surprise, sadness, and happiness. These emotions can be read to detect deceit or manipulate targets for social engineering purposes. Understanding microexpressions can help identify emotions to respond appropriately. The power of words. The science of neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, focuses on using language patterns to affect behavior. Developed in the 1970s by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, NLP teaches individuals to improve self-awareness and communication skills. Salespeople can learn NLP training scripts to get customers talking about their goals and position their product as a means to fulfill those dreams. Social engineers can use NLP by inserting covert commands into their speech without alerting the target, a skill called ultimate voice. These psychological methods require training and practice but can greatly influence people simply by talking to them in the right way. Mastering locks and passwords. Physical locks and digital passwords can both be easily bypassed by social engineers with a few essential tools. Locks and passwords are viewed as solid protection for sensitive data. However, they can be easily bypassed with a few simple tools. Locks consist of pin tumblers, and a key aligns them in a row so that the lock can turn open. Lock picks exert the same force, requiring you to push each tumbler individually. By using a tension wrench and a pick, you can align the tumblers and unlock the lock easily. Passwords require a different approach as they can't be picked. Most people use simple passwords, which can be cracked quickly using software like Common User Password Profiler, CUP. This program collects data like birth dates, nicknames, and family names of the target to create a file of probable passwords. Notably, a hacker had copied a social media site, and 30,000 users employed their first name as a password, while 17,601 used 123456. During security training drills, the author would request volunteers to key in their secure password. He then uses CUP to crack it in less than 2 minutes. In summary, physical locks and digital passwords are not invincible, even with password protection. They can be quickly bypassed using a few special tools and hacking software. As trivial as it may sound, these weaknesses are attributed to our laziness and lack of discipline. Defending against social engineers. Social engineers are individuals who use various tactics and tools to manipulate their targets without their knowledge. To protect ourselves and our organizations from being duped, we must educate ourselves about these tactics. Knowing about elicitation and body language can help us recognize when someone is trying to use these tactics on us. It is crucial to avoid sharing any information with unauthorized persons. One common tactic social engineers use is posing as a distraught person asking for help. To avoid falling victim to these schemes, set up a security protocol for all staff and develop a standard script that employees use when reacting to a suspicious person. This should include requesting their name, ID number, and the name of the project they are inquiring about before answering any questions. If they cannot provide this information, ask them to email the company and terminate the conversation. It is essential to develop a security system that works best for you and your company to defend against social engineers.
As we conclude this summary of social engineering, the art of human hacking, we are reminded of the importance of being vigilant against social engineering tactics. These methods, which rely on manipulation and deception, can lead to significant harm or loss if not properly understood and countered. To protect ourselves and our organizations, we should be proactive in learning about these tactics, as well as establish and maintain proper security protocols for all staff. Additionally, the practical examples and real-life applications of these techniques impart valuable knowledge, equipping readers to effectively navigate and respond to an increasingly connected world. Learning to recognize and counteract such tactics will not only safeguard our data and resources, but improve our overall communication skills and social understanding.